Hey everyone, so I'm just giving my input, my opinion on the Kayla and Evan Johnson um, videos. He said that she probably contacts him still. She probably does. She remembers the good times. Even though she's telling her side of the story of what happened and what she remembers, she still remembers the good times, and she doesn't want to give that up because she spent most of her life. And unfortunately, you get used to it. You get used to the abuse. And you say, if I don't do such and such, it's going to change it. It's not going to happen. If I don't do A, then B's not going to happen. If I don't talk to this person, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, she doesn't want to give that up. She knows she has to, and her mindset, she knows she has to, but she she spent time and she spent energy, and she remembers the good times, and she probably remembers the bad times too. But sometimes we want the good memories, and we think we can change people too. As us women, not all of us, but most women think we can change the man. If you know if we don't do this, then it might change it. He might not get angry and upset and want to abuse me. Um, just to give a little bit of insight. So I've had a okay life. I was never homeless. My mom and my dad never did drugs. I never went without food. So, whatever. But I'm not going to say that, me and my mom, she has passed now, but we didn't have the most great, fantastic relationship. Okay. Um, I was never my mom's favorite. I was never my dad's favorite. I realized that. But again, I didn't choose to be here. I didn't ask to be born, okay? And unfortunately, my one sibling I don't talk to anymore, and I don't ever want to talk to this person. Would put me and my mom against each other. Like, well, I always wanted my mom, but she would tell my mom certain things, and my mother would believe her. And I'm not gonna say that I didn't do things. As a teen, you try different things. You try um drugs and to fit in. And unfortunately, I did. I would buy drugs. I did things that my mother didn't want me to do. I did things for attention. I'll never forget one time me and my mom actually fought. And I pushed her, she pushed me, and I got thrown out. And at the time, luckily, my dad was home, and he came and got me off the porch because I was trying to figure out where the heck I was going to go. And he made me come back in, and, I my mom found out I was being sexually active because of my diary, because those same sibling turned it into my mom, and my mom found out, and crap hit the fan at that time too. This sibling loved drama. She loved drama. She loved to start stuff. I'll never forget. Oh, this is way back. This is when I was still probably in elementary or middle school, one or the other. Um, Me, my mom, and a bunch of other siblings went and went to a mall. And this sibling stole. And she showed the suitcase to me when we got back. I decided I couldn't live with the secret anymore. And I went and told my mom, and I got in trouble. I got grounded. I got thrown upstairs. At the time, we lived in Sherman. I got in trouble. Not her. Not my sibling. No. I did. Because I tried to get my sibling in trouble, is what I was told. So you learn not to tell on that person, right? I learned a lesson. So, like I said, I loved my mother. I still love my mother. Like I said, her and I didn't have the best relationship. I did a lot of things. I had a baby I had 2 babies out of wedlock. I love both of them. I don't choose sides. I love them both. My first relationship was an abusive one with my son's father, sperm donor. He got mad and grabbed my arm, because I was sitting in the car with my mom talking about what I was doing and stuff, and she decided she wanted me to come home. So I decided, no, I'm going to go, and so he got mad at me, and he grabbed me by my arm and threw me across the room, and I hit the dresser. I don't know if he was trying to, have me lose the baby or not. I can't, whatever. And then I left. I went and lived with my mom, and he didn't have anything to do with my son. He still doesn't have anything to do with my son, thank God. With my daughter's father, let me tell you, this man, there's so many different ones. I can't really put, this is the one that really comes through. With my daughter's father, and we had great times, so I didn't want to leave that, and I put a lot of time, and I thought if I didn't do this, it was going to change the situation, and it would never happen. But first time that I can remember of an abusive, verbally abusive, let me tell you. One time, I was late coming home from my mom and dad's house, and I was, he thought he was going to be late, and he grabbed me by my ponytail and slapped me and then choked me and said, "You're going to make me late for umpiring," and beat the crap out of me. Another time, let me explain real fast because I know I'm running out of time. I was I was breastfeeding my daughter, and I had my arm up on the armrest, and he wanted to lay down on the couch. Let me remind you now, we had a whole bed, and we had the TV up there. He could have gone up there, but because I was breastfeeding my baby, and he wanted that love seat, so I thought, okay, well, as soon as I'm done feeding the baby, you can have it. So he sat on the couch, and then he laid down, and I thought, okay, he's gonna hang half his body off, so that was cool with me. No, what he did was he kept kicking me repeatedly. So he wanted me to get off the love seat so he could have it and go sit on the floor with the baby. And I called his mom and I called his brother, and nobody wanted to get in the middle. So, but I stuck around, and I tried to change, and I remembered the good times. I didn't want to remember the bad times, but guess what? I got out of it, and I am so happy. I have a great and amazing man. He calls me all the time. He gets me through. I have bipolar with a deep depression, heavy anxiety, and PTSD. And this man, I can call him, and he's right there for me. And I love him dearly. I was blessed. But I hope everyone has a good day. Thanks for listening. Love you. Bye.